Is anybody there? If anyone's there, can you please say something in the chat so I know? It says there are 2 people here, but I don't know if I'm one of those people. Oh, really? Okay, so there's someone here. Oh, it's James. Hi, mate. You're 5. James, I didn't sign up for this. Okay, cool. Well, I was going to open with saying, don't get your hopes up. I'm no Dave Castro. Okay. Out of interest then, which one are you waiting for? Oh, actually, okay. So I need to explain one thing here now then. So there's the finals where our top males and top females are going to go. Following that, there is also a 3rd place playoff for the 2 males and the 2 females that didn't make it through to the finals. Again, the way the equipment situation has panned out, we are going to have to do 2 separate workouts. Okay, so the finals workout is going to be one thing, and the people that are doing the 3rd place playoff, just because there was the equipment didn't balance between who had what, so it's going to have to be another no equipment WOD. But I've come up with something that hopefully you guys will find interesting enough. So we're going to save the final workout until last. So I'll go through the 3rd place playoff workout first. So it's up to you, James, and your Yard 6 guys. Whatever you want to do. I guess it's going to be up to you guys, or James, you're the boss. So, can everybody see my board? The workout starts, and I'll go over the movement standards and stuff as soon as I've put everything on the board. The workout starts with a buy-in of 100 lateral hops. Okay. Oh no, is that backwards? Is it? Sam? No, it's not. Okay, sound. It's not backwards. Okay. Following your buy-in of 100 lateral hops, and we're going to be doing those over. I'll show you in a sec what the prescription is. You're going to be doing then into 5 rounds of 3, 6, 9, The 9s will be dips. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm looking for in standards in terms of those. The 6 is a plank toe touch. Again, I'm going to show you what that is. And then the 3, you might hate me for this. Candlesticks. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what they are, bear with me. I'll go over those in just a sec. I'm going to finish with a buyout of another 100 lateral hops. Okay, so there's your workout. What I think I probably should do after this is I will type out the workout in the comment section just in case you're not sure. So there you go. So it's 100 lateral hops over. So I'm going to explain exactly what I want you to do with those. 100 lateral hops straight into 5 rounds of 3 candlesticks, 6 plank toe touches, and 9 dips. Okay. And as soon as you finish your 5 rounds, it's into a buyout of another 100 lateral hops. Okay. So we'll go through it from top to bottom. I'll show you what the lateral hops are going to look like first. I'll just move my high-tech whiteboard out of the way. You're going to have to bear with. Okay, so the lateral hops, again, what I've been using recently for the burpees over is just this dowel, this broomstick that I've got. You can use tape, you can use, like I said, anything you have. It doesn't have to be a certain height. It can be a strip of tape across the floor, like I said. It can be an empty barbell. It could be a sock. It could be a belt, whatever you need to get over. And it's simply 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each hop counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, 100 of those. Next movement on the list is a candlestick. Okay, so this is a fairly challenging one. So let me show you the scaling for this. So with a candlestick, you were going to start. I know you can't see me fully, which is a pain. So a candlestick is stood tall at the top. I'm going to roll back. Stand up fully. Roll back. Stand up fully. Okay. So there's your candlesticks. With that movement, the standard that I'm looking for is full extension at the top. That's all. So you can lean back as far as you need to. You can bring your legs as high as you need to at the back. If anything, the higher you're able to get your legs, the more momentum you're going to have to pull yourselves forward. And a top tip is when you come through at the bottom, try and lean over as far as you can to pull your momentum forward and to help you stand. Okay, so there are your candlesticks. Next movement is a plank toe touch. So this one, we're going to be in a push-up position. So this is our push-up position. All I'm going to do from this position is touch my opposite toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Standards are fairly straightforward. What I'm going to look for there is that you're touching your opposite toe and then bring your arms up to full lockout. Okay, so there's no real grey area. All I'm really looking for is that you're touching your opposite toe. Okay. To finish then, we have dips. With the dips, one of the things I'm going to be strict on is locked out knees. So make sure your knees are locked out and that I'm reaching 90 degrees or less at the bottom. So what I've got here is just a regular kitchen chair. If you're using the side of a TV stand, a coffee table, whatever you need to use, a windowsill maybe, just make sure at the bottom with locked out legs that you're getting to 90 degrees or less or more. Okay? Everybody happy? Has anyone got a question on the third place workout? There's 10 here. So there is the third place workout, like I said. So, good question, James. Is there a movement standard on how far to roll backwards on the candlestick? No, there isn't. So, all we are really looking for on the candlestick is that, so if I try and slow it down for you, is that your feet come off the floor. Okay, so if anybody's miraculously able to get up into a squat from this position, kudos to you, go for it. But others, like myself, I need that roll back and I need a lot of momentum to help pull myself into a squat on the way out. Okay, so there's no point of performance that I'm looking to judge on the backwards portion. The point of performance I'm going to be judging is the extension at the top. So making sure that on the way up, you squat out, you lock your hips, knees, stand up fully. Okay, thanks, James. It's a great question. Fabulous. What I'll do then, we'll move on to the final workout. If you do have any questions, please put it in the comments or in the chat. And then I'll come back to it at the end after I've announced the last workout. So I'm sure some of you might have some questions on this final workout as well. And if that's the case, again, put them in the chat and I'll answer everything at the end. So I need a new board. For the final workout, so we are going to be doing something similar as bookends. Okay, so we are starting this workout with a buy-in. The orange isn't very clear, is it? Buy-in of 300 single unders. Okay. There's your buy-in. So it's 300 single unders. Okay. Now the rep schemes on this workout, I'll go through the rep schemes first, and then I'll tell you exactly what movement is going to be inside each of those rep schemes. Okay, so the rep schemes are as follows: it's 20 down to 10, and we're dropping in 2s each time on one of the movements. The other movement is going in the opposite direction. So the first movement will go 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10. The second movement goes opposite and it goes 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so it'll be 20 and 10. Then it'll be 18 and 12, 16 and 14, 14 and 16, 12 and 18, and then finally it'll be 10 and 20. Okay, so there are your rep schemes. So we'll call this movement number 1, and we'll call this movement number 2. Okay, movement number 2 is a burpee over a dumbbell. Okay, I can hear Sam moaning. So it's a burpee over the dumbbell. Okay, these are going to be burpees facing the dumbbell. Okay, so I should really put burpee over. Let's just put facing. Okay, because we've had our lateral burpees, and this time it's I want to see how everybody can pace burpees facing an object. Okay, the second movement, sorry, so that's the movement number 2. So that the burpees will go 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you're finishing with 20 burpees. Okay, movement number 1 will go 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10. So they're decreasing reps, but they are a challenging challenging movement. Okay, so I will go through the movement. I will explain the standards, which are fairly self-explanatory. Most of us will have done this movement, or they will have done this movement in two separate parts. Okay, what I've done is I've combined two movements to sort of create a new one. I'm a pioneer, guys. Okay. So, your movement for this workout will be a snatch thruster. I haven't come up with a name yet. I quite like the sound of a snuster or a thatch, whichever you fancy. So, snatch, as we all know, is from the floor, both ends of the dumbbell on the floor, locking out overhead, straight into a thruster. Switch, snatch, thruster. So there is your second movement. Okay. Again, like I said, most of you all will have done a dumbbell snatch. So it's the same situation. I'm looking for both ends of the dumbbell to touch the floor. This is the finals, James. It needs to be terrible. So both ends of the dumbbell need to touch the floor. Lock out overhead, okay? Try and keep it as close as you can to your center of gravity. So try and keep your bicep close to your ear. Out here, we see it sometimes, it becomes a bit iffy, okay? So try and keep it above the center of your gravity. Thruster, same as a regular thruster. I'm looking for below parallel and lock out at the top, okay? These are alternating each arm, okay? So you can't perform 5 on one arm and 5 on the next and so on. You need to alternate each arm. So I'm just going to move this out into the... No, it's a little dark. I don't know if... Is that any better? It really isn't, is it? Bear with. It's dark, isn't it? That's still terrible. So... Again, snatch, lock out overhead, thruster, switch on the way down, snatch, thruster, snatch, thruster. So there, you have the workout for the final head-to-head competition. Any questions? Please send them over. Please put them in the comments. Sam, gross is not a question. Thomas Schroell, great question. Thank you. Weights for this one are standard RX. So 22.5 and 15 kilos. Good question, James. There is no cash out for the final. So as soon as you have finished your 20 burpees, the workout's done. Time cap. There is a 20-minute time cap on this one. Okay, so you have 20 minutes to try and complete the work. So like I said, James, thank you for asking that good question. There's no cash out as there is with the third place playoff. The difference here is as soon as you finish the workout, after your last set of 20 dumbbell facing burpees, the workout's done. 22.5. Yes, James. Yes, Tom. I have. You'll be fine. Any other questions? Time cap on the third, fourth place WOD, same, 20 minutes. The idea really for those time caps, I feel, particularly the third place playoff workout, I think a 20 minutes time cap on that one is incredibly generous. I'm not setting the 20 minutes as a way of thinking that's roughly the time I think it should take to complete the workout. I do think it's a workout, particularly the third, fourth place playoff workout, potentially somewhere around the 10 to 12 minute mark. But what I don't want to do is set a really ambitious time cap, which means that some of you might completely lose out on a workout and you only might get into sort of the third or fourth round, which would be a bit of a shame. I would like to see everyone complete the workouts, which is why I'm being generous with this time cap. Any other questions? Or are we all happy? The other thing I wanted to mention, just to repeat myself again, you have this time round, you have until Sunday evening to complete this workout. Okay, so it's not the same as the ones that have been previously where you had until Saturday night. You've got until Sunday evening, 9 p.m. to finish this one. Okay. Video standards, they've been great so far. There's been one or two which have made the judging process really, really difficult. And what that's ended up doing is it's kind of put an unnecessary strain on yourselves. So, like I said at the very beginning, is do yourselves a favor, help me to help you. So what I would like to see, again, ideally, is side on for everything. Okay, so if we're looking at this one in particular, the burpees don't necessarily need to be side on because all I need to see is that your chest is touching the floor, and that's fairly easy to do from either direction. Okay, the dumbbell snatch thruster, please do those side on so that I'm able to see clearly depth is achieved. Okay, when it comes to the third and fourth place workout, if we look at that one again, things that I will need to see side on, candlesticks are fine, because I will be able to see that you reach full extension at the top fairly clearly from any direction. Plank toe touches, not a huge deal. Again, I will most likely be able to tell whether you've been able to touch your toe or not in the workout. Dips, most definitely side on, please. Okay, the more you can do side on, the better it will be for you and for me. I don't want to have to question any reps because I can't see the movement clearly. I feel like that would be really unfair. So like I said, help yourselves by helping me. Two final questions. Candlesticks. Can hands touch the floor and on the roll-up stand? Yes, I will allow your hands to touch the floor as you're rolling up and out. Okay. Some people, like I said, some people might need to. Other people, personally, I feel like that would hinder me. I prefer to have my arms stretched out right in front of me because I feel like my center of gravity has moved and it would be easier for me to stand up out of squats. But good question, James. If you need to use your hands to roll off the floor, by all means, go for it. Last question then, James. Can people step up and through before jumping over the dumbbells? So I think what you're asking, James, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think you're asking is whether the burpee has to be a two-footed burpee. So in the CrossFit Open last year or the year before, they stipulated that you weren't allowed to step up out of the burpee. In this scenario, it's fine by me. Okay, so burpee options would be regular touch to the floor, up and over. The option I think, James, you're referring to would be down, step up. As long as it's a two-footed takeoff, then a step up is fine. You can step down, you can step up as long as it's a 2-footed takeoff. Does that answer your question, James? Yes. Perfect. Cool. Right, guys. Good luck. I know particularly the final workout is a difficult one. But again, it's the final. You've earned your right to be here. Now it's a chance to prove what you can do. Okay. No, good question, Tom. No need to extend on the burpee. No, the standard is, like I said, the 2-footed takeoff over the dumbbell. Yeah, so no clap at the top. All you need to do is get yourself over the dumbbell. You don't need to stand up fully. You don't need to reach extension on the jump. Same as the lateral burpee jumps. You can stay as close to the floor as you need to, as long as the jump over is done with a 2-footed takeoff. Good question, Tom. Thank you. So I'll type up both workouts in the comments for you to have a look at. And again, in the meantime, if anyone is stuck, please get in contact. Send me an email, send me a WhatsApp, a Facebook message, whatever you guys are most comfortable with. And I'll be happy to answer. So like I said, you have until 9 p.m. on Sunday evening to submit your scores and a video to YouTube, please. I will be emailing you all with a submission form over the weekend, so just keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, unless there are any more questions, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you all on Sunday. Ta-ta, pawb. Diolch yn fawr. Enjoy Yard 6. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks, James. Always appreciated. Take care, pawb. Ta-ta.